The rain came down in sheets that night, blurring headlights and turning the narrow two-lane road into a slick mirror of danger. Daniel, a single dad working 2 jobs to make ends meet, had just finished his late shift at the diner. His old pickup rattled as he drove home, exhaustion tugging at his eyes, but his mind was locked on one thing: getting back to his little girl, Emma, who was probably asleep by now, hugging her threadbare teddy bear. Then, it happened. A deafening crash. Screeching tires. Shattered glass. Just 100 feet ahead of him, a sleek black car spun out of control, slammed into a tree, and lay smoking on the roadside. Without hesitation, Daniel pulled over. He didn't think about himself, or the danger. He thought only of the voice inside his heart that said, "What if that was Emma in there? What if that was someone's daughter?" He jumped out into the pouring rain, wrenched the passenger door open with all the strength his tired arms could muster, and found a young woman trapped inside. Blood trickled down her forehead, her breath sharp and shallow. "Stay with me," he urged, his voice steady despite the fear. "I've got you." Daniel pulled her free just moments before flames licked the engine. He carried her to safety, shielding her from the rain with his own jacket, whispering comfort as sirens wailed in the distance. When the paramedics arrived, they took over, but not before the young woman, her hand trembling, gripped his tightly. She tried to speak, but all that came out was a whisper, "Thank you, you saved me." Daniel nodded, gave her hand a squeeze, and quietly walked away before anyone asked who he was. He didn't do it for recognition. He did it because it was right. He still had bills to pay, shifts to work, and a little girl to raise. Days later, Daniel's life carried on as usual. He made Emma pancakes shaped like smiley faces, walked her to school, then hurried to his next shift. He never imagined he'd see the young woman again. But fate had other plans. One evening, as he picked Emma up from school, a black SUV pulled up. Out stepped the same woman he had rescued. She looked healthier now, her hair neatly brushed, her presence radiant, but her eyes carried the same softness he remembered from that night. "Mr. Daniel?" she asked gently. He froze, confused. You're all right. Thank God." The woman smiled. "My name's Isabella. Isabella Hart." The name meant nothing to him, but it meant everything to the rest of the world. Isabella Hart was a millionaire entrepreneur, the daughter of one of the most influential families in the city. Headlines often flashed her name, but Daniel never had the luxury of following celebrity news. "I tried to find you," Isabella continued. "The paramedics said you left before anyone could thank you. I needed to see the man who saved my life." Daniel shifted awkwardly, scratching the back of his neck. "You don't owe me anything. Anyone would have done the same." But Isabella shook her head. "No. Not everyone would have stopped that night. You risked everything when you didn't even know me. And then you walked away with nothing but humility. That tells me more about your character than you realize." Emma, curious, peeked up at Isabella. "That's my daddy. He's my hero every day." Those simple words pierced Isabella's heart. She knelt to Emma's level, smiling warmly. "Sweetheart, your daddy isn't just your hero. He's mine too." The weeks that followed changed Daniel's life in ways he never dreamed of. Isabella insisted on helping, at first with small things, like paying off some of his debts, and then with bigger opportunities. She offered him a stable job managing logistics for her company, a chance to use his hard work ethic for something far more rewarding than endless night shifts. Daniel resisted at first, his pride whispering that he didn't deserve such generosity. But Isabella's words finally broke through. Sometimes, heroes need someone to save them too. In the end, Daniel accepted, not for himself, but for Emma. With steady income, he could finally give his daughter a better life, a future full of possibilities instead of limitations. One evening, as Emma laughed and danced around their small kitchen, Daniel caught Isabella watching from the doorway, her eyes shining. In that moment, he realized something profound. His single act of kindness, born from nothing more than selflessness, had come full circle. He hadn't just saved Isabella from that crash. He had unknowingly opened the door to a brighter future, for himself, for his daughter, and perhaps even for Isabella, who found hope in the unlikeliest of places. The story of that rainy night became one of quiet legend, not splashed across headlines, but whispered in boardrooms and living rooms alike. The poor single dad who saved a millionaire, and in turn, saved himself. Because sometimes, the smallest act of courage has the power to rewrite lives forever.